Akademiks' 2-year-old lawsuit just hit a new one today with 2 lawyers added to the case now. Superior Court of New Jersey Law Division, Essex County. Fazia Bash versus Livingston Allen, aka DJ Akademiks. Tivoli Gardens LLC, Arnett Gardens LLC, DJ Akademiks Limited Liability Company, John Doe's 1 through 10, Jane Doe's 1 through 10, and ABC Corporations. Oh, she going for the gusto. Yay. Anyways, this matter had been open to the court by T.A. Blackburn Law P. LLC attorneys for plaintiff Fazia Abash by motion for an order admitting Marjorie Messidor, Esquire, and Heather Michelle Palmore, Esquire, pro hac vice pursuant to Rule 121-2, and the court having considered the moving papers, certification, certificates of good standing, and any opposition, and for good cause, is shown. It is on this 18th day of June 2026 ordered that Marjorie Messidor is hereby admitted pro hac vice to appear on behalf of plaintiff Faiza Abash in this action. And it is further ordered that Heather Michelle Palmore, Esquire, is hereby admitted pro hac vice to appear on behalf of plaintiff Faiza Abash in this action. And it is further ordered that each attorney admitted pro hac vice shall abide by New Jersey court rules, including the rules of professional conduct. In all orders of this court, and it is further ordered that each attorney admitted pro hac vice shall be subject to the disciplinary jurisdiction of the Supreme Court of New Jersey and the Office of Attorney Ethics for all conduct arising out of counsel's participation in this matter. And it is further ordered that each attorney admitted pro hac vice shall consent to the appointment of the clerk of the Supreme Court of New Jersey as agent upon whom service of process may be made for all actions and proceedings arising out of counsel's participation in this matter. And it is further ordered that each attorney admitted pro hac vice shall comply with all applicable annual assessment and registration obligations required by Rule 121-2 and some more rules, including submission of a copy of this order and the required pro hac vice materials and payment to the New Jersey Lawyers Fund for client protection. And it is further ordered, goddamn, that New Jersey Counsel of Record Tyrone A. Blackburn, Esquire, shall remain responsible for the conduct of this matter and shall sign all pleadings, briefs, motions, and other papers submitted to the court unless otherwise permitted by the court. And it is further ordered that pro hac vice counsel shall not be designated as trial counsel under Rule 425-4 unless specifically ordered by the court. And it is further ordered that each attorney admitted pro hac vice shall immediately notify this court and New Jersey Counsel of any matter affecting counsel's good standing or eligibility to practice law in any jurisdiction, including administrative ineligibility, discipline, suspension, disbarment, resignation, or pending disciplinary proceedings. And it is further ordered that a copy of this order shall be served upon all counsel of record within 7 days of entry. Now, if you don't know, or you're one of those people who keep writing in there, Nash, this is an old story, this is an old story. If you are one of those individuals who don't understand what a renewed lawsuit is, let me help you out. It's basically saying that, yeah, at one point in time, there was a lawsuit filed and then it got dropped due to whatever reason it is. But now, renewed, meaning it's coming back again. There you have it. So this is an old lawsuit, yeah, but it's being picked back up. I didn't know people didn't know that part. So they go through the freaking decorum and how they're supposed to do this stuff and when discovery is supposed to be given. Roll it. So here you go right here. Abash Faiza versus Allen Livingston. And then the docket number. The discovery period in this case will end on August 27, 2026. If additional discovery is needed, appropriate application to the court must be made pursuant to R-424-1C. Otherwise, discovery will be deemed complete on the above date, and the case will be scheduled for arbitration or trial with no adjournments thereafter granted absent exceptional circumstances. Participation in court-ordered mediation does not stay discovery. Parties are reminded that mediation must be concluded by the discovery end date. Failure to complete court-ordered mediation by the discovery end date does not provide exceptional circumstances for an extension of the discovery end date or adjournment of trial. You can see right here, this is to her lawyer, who is Tyrone Blackburn. Bruh, this is bad. Now, I consider myself all right with academics. You know, I ain't anti-academics. I'm slightly pro-academics, but I ain't gonna ignore shit. Just not. News is news. And he would have did the same shit to me. So There's that. But here's the funnier part. There are going to be people in the comment thread, pardon me, that are going to say dumb shit like Jazzy, Rock Nation, and all this shit. Well, I'm going to disprove that real quick because a lot of you cats don't want to study and look up people. So I took the time out to do it my damn self. Check it out. Exclusive, baby. Rock Nation pounces on Tyrone Blackburn for sanctions in $20 million battle over Fat Joe allegations. Rock Nation wants a federal judge to make Tyrone Blackburn pay for dragging Jay-Z's company into one of the rap's ugliest cases involving their artist Fat Joe. The company filed a new sanctions motion on June 1st and asked the court to toss the case and cover its fees. Blackburn represents Terrence Dixon, the former hype man who filed a $20 million lawsuit against Fat Joe in June of 2025. Dixon rode with the Bronx rapper from roughly 2005 to 2020 as his hype man and ghostwriter. Then their relationship fell apart and accusations turned vicious. The 157-page complaint accused Fat Joe of coercive labor, fraud, and years of misconduct. Dixon claimed he was forced into thousands of X-acts and sniffed on credits for hits like Congratulations. It is also leveled disturbing allegations involving underage girls, which Joe flatly denies. But he made that damn song. Fat Joe came out swinging, called the lawsuit a pile of disgusting lies built to extort him. He posted that he wouldn't break or back down and shouted out the Bronx. He's already sued Dixon and Blackburn first for defamation and extortion. Rock Nation's entire argument is that it only managed Fat Joe's catalog and collected a commission off his music. Attorney Alex Spiro told Billboard the company had nothing to do with any of this and isn't tied to any trafficking venture. Rock Nation says the case fell apart and proved it was a stunt. Dixon quietly dropped his headline RICO claim, then piled on fresh labor law claims to keep the company trapped. The company calls it Blackburn's usual playbook, and a judge already found that past sanctions did not have an appreciable impact on Blackburn. The timing couldn't be uglier for the embattled lawyer who keeps landing in headlines. The same day Rock Nation filed, Judge Jennifer Roxanne denied his request to shrink an earlier sanction awarded to Fat Joe's lawyers. She put him on a plan to pay over $500,000 and $903 across June. This isn't the first time Blackburn has cried poverty when a sanctions bill has landed. He pleaded broke, fighting a $76,000 penalty in the TD Jakes case, said he couldn't pay a thing. The court cut it into a $5,000 fine and $500 installments and pulled his license there. Rockchan gave Blackburn until July 2nd to confirm every installment got paid or face even harsher penalties. So no, this ain't Jay-Z and Rock Nation. It's not. This is simply on Akademiks and his homeboys. And the funnier part is Akademiks' empire might be crumbling because his right-hand man that it seemed like Charlamagne was warning him to stay away from, it seemed like he got some issues that's going on because according to multiple sources, he got served some damn papers. From the Mad Rapper, Akademiks TV, also known as Grand Wizard, has one of the most documented records of targeting and dehumanizing black artists on the internet. And the person running it? George Nguyen, an Australian national of Vietnamese descent. TMZ, who named himself after a racial slur he has no business using, with zero connection to black American culture, built an entire brand off attacking it from the outside. The operation traces directly back to DJ Akademiks, a Jamaican-American man who built his name and his money off black culture and has been using both to platform and amplify this campaign against the very artistic community that made him relevant. Akademiks confirmed Akademiks TV is run by heavy Drake fans, operating as a direct extension of his platform, which means every fabricated story, every racist post, every attack on a black artist family carries his cosign on it. The racism from Akademiks himself is not a rumor. Rolling Stone documented that in his War in Chirac YouTube series, which remains publicly available, he called Chicago a cesspool of coons that live and breathe like cockroaches, declaring that young black people there aren't human, and said, "You can't tell me the difference between Chirac terrorists and the ISIS terrorist group." That is the ideological foundation this entire operation was built on, and George Nguyen has been the digital foot soldier carrying that same energy through Akademiks TV ever since. The attacks on black women connected to this platform are just as documented. Akademiks went on Rumble and called SZA fat as F and a double chin chick and said her titties is not looking tittying and told her the doctors, the surgeons can't fix you. And when Erykah Badu checked him, he responded by calling her Lil Used Up C-Rag and said, not one nigga came to your defense. That's how I know you've been spreading that pussy all over the industry. Two of the most legendary black women in music treated like that on a platform that millions of people consume daily and that Akademiks TV directly amplifies and cosigns? The legal consequences are now federal. Gwen is named in a lawsuit accusing him of interacting with bot vendors and overseeing botting and clipping campaigns across social media platforms compensated through the gambling platform state. With the filing explicitly stating the funds were used to disparage competitors and music label executives and distort recommendation algorithms. The word disparage written into a federal complaint is the legal description of what this page does to every black artist every single day. And while all of this was happening, Akademiks was caught making exaggerative remarks directed at a 15-year-old on stream and was forced to publicly say, I am wrong. I will be better. This is the full picture of what black culture has been funding through Akademiks TV, a non-black outsider running a documented slander operation backed by a man who called black children cockroaches, body shamed Grammy winners on camera, and called legends of the culture C-Rags, all while collecting a check from the same community he's helping destroy. And I guess this right here is the dude, George Gwynn, a.k.a. Grand Wizard Chat Nigga, the man behind Akademiks TV, is photographed in Australia, being served one of multiple lawsuits he's facing, along with possible criminal charges tied to a multinational crackdown on crypto-fueled gambling and money laundering. So this is Buddy right here. And those papers on the ground, because people had to know it, those are the documents he's being served with, that he's being subpoenaed with. So y'all can see it right here. He got his dogs and all that. And it's funny because he kind of built like Akademiks was last year. As individuals who sit here and talk about court cases, myself in particular, and people who basically give you the news with a little bit of reaction and some insight, it is very important to point out how interesting this actually is. What is it? Law 10, avoid the unlucky and the unhappy. Akademiks has placed himself in certain positions with certain individuals, and they haven't fully embraced him the way that they should. For good reason. See, the chat dude and all that, the Gwen dude, that's on Akademiks. Just like his homeboys with the activity that they did. Whether it was consensual or not, your homeboy should not have done no shit like that in your house. Just is. And when you are dealing with other people, you have to be careful about their motives because you don't know what that is. See, Akademiks can say, well, I rock with him. He been doing work and all this stuff, and that's cool and blah, blah, blah. And your relationship with him is just you and his relationship. You know what I'm saying? The relationship that he has against other people, you're not responsible for that, but you are when you put these individuals in the spotlight. I don't wish bad on Akademiks or anything like that. I wish him well and hope for him to succeed. But at a certain point in time, you have to start vetting certain people the hell out. You just do. And to have somebody call himself Grand Wizard, a Grand Wizard like a Grand Dragon or whatever the hell, that's what they're trying to equate it to. I thought it was some video game shit, but the interpretation alone is very weird. So I don't know what's going to happen, but if the Grand Wizard dude goes down and Akademiks homeboys is going down and all this shit, who do you call like the Avengers to assemble? So all I'm saying is this. Careful, young man. Because at the end of the day, your own people could be your downfall without you doing anything. Do I believe Akademiks took it from this girl? No. But do I think he should even put himself in that position to do some shit like that? No, you have to be aware. When you hit a certain age, sleeping with drunk women, that shit is out. I don't give a damn how ready she thinks she is, because you have to think about when she sobers up, what is going to be her thoughts. We ain't too far removed from the Me Too movement. And the next movement that's going to come by is going to destroy a whole lot of people, because it's going to come with legislation to be added civilly and to be added criminally. We're seeing this shit with AB and Dean, and I told y'all this shit was going to happen. They're starting to catch up. And by the time they're caught up, you won't know what the hell bit you like a snake.
Ow! Kurt, take me to the hospital. Take me to the hospital.
But y'all let me know what y'all think on this one. We are 10K away from these two things giveaway. Hey, we almost there. Make sure you comment every video, like every video, and share every video. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Boy, Sean Pastor Deacon Christ Gathright, what a goddamn idiot. Click right here for that video, or click right here for the playlist. And I will catch y'all in the next one.